But new right now at 11 and happening right now, we are awaiting a final vote on a controversial plan to build a new data center complex in Bristol, Virginia. This project could get its final approval at any minute. The Prince William County Board of Supervisors is having a public hearing as we speak. Neighbors are sharing their thoughts on whether a large piece of land should be rezoned for this development. Our Casey Nolan is live where this meeting is happening in Woodbridge. And Casey, I understand this has been going on for hours now, but you have spoken with some people who have very strong feelings about what happens tonight.
Boy, they sure do, Leslie. We saw that on display here tonight. Yes, the meeting is still going. We are still waiting to see how the board will vote on this because they are still hearing from the public. The vast majority of people who we've heard speak so far are against this plan. In fact, they believe the board is going against the will of the voters in the last election by even making any decision tonight. Months of frustration boiled over Tuesday night as protesters and supporters of a data center development in Prince William County came face to face before an expected final vote on the plan.
It's a bad idea.
Dozens showed up to oppose a zoning change that would allow a developer to build a 4.2 million square foot data center complex in an area originally zoned for more housing. Opponents say the massive buildings will blight their tree-lined neighborhoods, and they worry about noise and other environmental impacts.
The county's own guiding documents describe placing industrial property next to schools, parks, or residential area as incompatible land use. And so I'm not sure why we would even entertain this.
But the county's planning commission supports the plan, and trade unions showed up to say the data centers will mean thousands of jobs for workers who also live in the area.
And they're not just one-off jobs. They're going to create careers, good workforce development opportunities. Francisco
Esparza says the construction work would help him afford to keep his family in Prince William County.
Would you want a data center built next to your home?
Well, they're not gonna build it like next to my house. If you see a data center, they have fences around and a lot of parking, so it's not like it's next to your house. It's a lot of space between homes and data centers.
But voters disagree and just voted in a new majority that opposes this data center plan. But they don't take office until January.
This reeks of sleazy politics. This is a case that was deferred earlier this year intentionally to wait until after the election because certain board members did not want to take a tough vote during the election season.
Now, the developer was here tonight, too, and for a couple of hours went over several changes to the plan that they hope would mitigate some of the concerns that people have about these data centers. There was one vote already by the board to delay a final decision. That motion failed, and a lot of people think that means ultimately the data centers will be approved. But, Leslie, it could be hours before we get a final decision. The last time they debated this topic here, it went until 3 in the morning.
Yeah, and I suppose the people who are there tonight are ready for this to go as long as they need it to go to try to make their case. All right, Casey, thank you.